How do? Welcome back to
Hi.
welcome back to Entropy, uh, our homebrew campaign in Scythia, which is our what did I call it? Post-apocalyptic neon hellscape.
That's
Right.
the
I think
one.
that's the phrase. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I am James Baxter. I am here with my friends Kristen Moretz,
Howdy.
Stephen Johnson,
Hello.
Alden Eberhard,
Hello, hello.
Alex Aviles,
Hello, hello.
and Morgan Kramer.
Oh, hi.
Uh, who wants to do the recap?
I can
Who
try.
wants that sweet, sweet inspiration? You gonna take it, Morgan?
Yeah, sure.
You got to reach out and take
I
it,
don't
guys.
mind. Okay, so we finished the previous session having just met up with Nick Fillet at the docks of Angul to seek a little bit of his assistance in the upcoming trek that we knew we would need to make to a dead zone in the ocean that Nash was familiar with. Realizing that we needed some additional preparations in addition to the potions of water breathing that Lazuli had previously given us, we returned to the university and spent a decent amount of time in the workshop dismantling some of the devices in the entry hall on the top level, using some bits and pieces from Vordy's still,
Oh yeah, I forgot
using
about
some of Roscoe's knowledge and spare parts from putting his bike together. It was absolutely a beautiful montage of team effort putting together all the stuff we needed to journey beneath the sea in search of Selena. Once we made all our preparations, we took a boat with Nick Fillet captaining out to the spot in question and dove beneath the surface. Our devices made travel actually possible. We were able to see thanks to the light bombs that were made by our resident monk. We encountered a sort of crevasse in the seabed, and as we neared it, a strange gelatinous, tentacly translucent horror from the deep emerged and attacked us, but we dispatched it nevertheless. Pushed deeper in, discovered the opening of a tunnel that seemed to be sucking the water in, and a couple of us, I think it was Tess and Roscoe on her shoulders, got sucked into the current and went on the water slide of a lifetime. The rest of the party followed immediately after, not wanting to get separated. And we eventually found ourselves in an underwater cavern. Breaking the surface, we could see that there was sort of a rocky outcropping into this pool, upon which laid in apparent repose a massive ancient black dragon. We called out to Selena, attempting to assuage the fury we were expecting, and got no response. Upon closer investigation, we could see that the cave wall had dozens, if not hundreds, of clawed score marks marking a progression of days. And rounding this massive form, discovered that it was a corpse that Selena had long since found her end in this underwater cavern. Tess kind of fell into despair as the rest of the party tried to figure out what to do. Nash and Vordy, I think, climbed up to a crack in the ceiling of this cavern where light had previously illusory filtered through, and discovered it was a potential way out. There was some back and forth about what to do next. Eventually, the letter from Lazuli that was supposed to be delivered to Selena was opened, but all that could be made out was her name, her true name, Selenite, and something about a snack, which whether he was offering us up as one or asking her not to make us one, who knows. Tess secured a silver band from the creature that she had worn like a ring. Set in it is an unpolished piece of lapis lazuli. So Tess is currently wearing it sort of like an armband because it's a ring size for a dragon. Yeah, and eventually we all filed out through that crack in the rock and emerged on a rocky protrusion in the Angul harbor, trying to find a way to signal for Nick Fillet to come pick us up.
Yes, and You climb through the crack onto the rock, and Nash let off a fireworks show, I believe.
Hmm?
Mm-hmm. So the rock is about, I don't know, let's say you have maybe 50 feet across. The crack you crawled through is big enough for you all to fit, one at a time at least. It's mostly flat, and at the edges, it tapers off into the water. So Nash releases her fireworks display, and you wait. What do you want to do?
Hey, everybody. I don't know. Hear me out here. We may be in the safest place on the whole continent right now. Maybe what if we just give up and hang out here? I mean, Nash knows how to fish. We could live here, right? There's a cave.
You want to live on the water?
No.
How do we get fresh water?
Oh, I know.
We're really dependent on the rain there. That's the only real problem with your plan. I mean, I'm down with the rest of it though. Yeah.
It's just a lot going on.
It will be a long time before Angul has been swallowed up, though. If it
No.
doesn't work in absolution.
Honestly, since the swamp would get swallowed up before Angul, I'm pretty sure what's his name will do something about it by that point, right?
Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
We moved the entire continent south of the lizard folk.
Let's do it.
If Lazuli's machine works, we won't have to worry about it because there will be no slag left to fuel the expansion.
Well, yes, but we need a backup plan because he's a very trustworthy creature.
I mean, we've been doing all of this for these other dragons just because one of them didn't eat us. Do we want to just go ahead and just bank on Lazuli's plan, or do we want to at least have all three of them come together? Like that was the whole plan, was trying to get them to talk to each other, right? Tess?
But Lazuli said the only way he would go is if we could convince Selena,
Well,
and that's
I
obviously not a possibility.
think if we can let him know that she's not out here, chilling, she's passed, maybe that'll get him nostalgic to meet the others, or maybe it'll at least give him more information than what he had.
Mm.
Or maybe we just tell him, yes, she's gonna.
Oh, she's already on her way.
she's gonna meet you there.
We're gonna try and
After-
lie to our boss.
Ugh.
Lie to a dragon?
Yeah.
Listen, this
Roscoe, you have a
island
better
is a
chance
safe
of living
space.
out here on this island.
This is a safe space for ideas. I'm just throwing stuff out there.
That's not a bad idea if we could pull it off, but I don't think we can, Roscoe.
Yeah,
James, what
well,
is
the
the
thing is,
temperature like on this rocky outcropping?
Somewhere in the 50s, probably.
What if we just
Fahrenheit.
tell them the truth?
Yeah.
Nash, you notice that by your foot, a single tentacle has come up out of the water and is sort of flailing around on the ground. It's grasping. It's moving further up. It's got suckers all down it.
I'm just trying to just take my dagger and just kind of peel the little tentacles off and just try to. And I assume it's kind of like trying to get back on, and I'll just kind of peel it back. And but I'm not concerned by any means. Or
Well, why don't you roll a d4 for me for damage?
I'm not trying to hurt him. I'm
No?
just trying to peel his. Yeah, just
Like peel him off the rock.
use like a little razor.
Yeah.
Just kind of peel his tentacles.
Okay.
Off the rock.
She's
not-
sushi filleting the tentacle.
No,
No, that is not what she
You never
said.
know with Nash.
no.
But she's obviously got a thing for fillets.
Ooh, touche.
Hey.
Okay,
No, I'm not
well,
harming.
if you kneel or if you squat down and start playing with the tentacle, I'm assuming the rest of you would notice.
Yeah.
Does it look big like the tentacle thing we fought before, or is this just like a octopus or some shit?
It's not anywhere near that big, no. Let's say at the water's edge where it comes out, it's about as big around as my forearm. And when it gets up to where Nash is, it's more like you think.
Mhm.
Don't forget all the creatures around here. Gross and weird and slag.
I've always been quite a fan of tentacles, though. You just imagine what a high five would be like.
This is the wrong character to get real excited about that, but Alden is very excited about it.
Listen, no one's here to get your yum, but I am freezing. How far do we think we are from the boat?
There's no way to know. I haven't seen anything. I do take an extra look around to make sure we don't see a sail nearby.
Tess just starts peeling off wet clothes. She'll go down to her small clothes if no sign of the boat has appeared.
You can see at this point inside you can see about 100 feet. And, in every direction. You don't see anything.
Hey, everyone, take your headlamps that we made. We'll strap them all together and make like a beam of light that can hopefully cut through some of this slag for some distance.
Yeah. Okay.
Nash, you stand up and you look around. You don't see anything. When you look back down, you notice the tentacle is withdrawing back into the water.
I wave.
And after
Nash, maybe fire off some more fireworks.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna go with a nice red color this time. Something a little brighter. I think I chose purple last time.
After 20 or 30 of minutes after you set that off again, Nash, you hear, can't see anything, but from the north you hear a splash, and you hear what sounds a lot like a boat moving through water.
There's a spider crawling across the top of my laptop right now.
Kill it. Or
Don't kill it.
capture it and gently release it
Yeah.
outside like James would.
Ooh,
But Alden, kill it!
Get your bug cup.
fine, he's over there now.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, James is the best person to have in the house if there's a spider, because he'll be like, "Oh, come on, little guy," and like take it outside, and you're like, "What is wrong with you?"
I don't
gotta
mind bigger
escort it out.
spiders, but he was like only that big and
Yeah.
they can like disappear. And that's
Into your
Okay.
keyboard.
Does the ship look like Nick's ship?
You can't see it yet.
Oh,
just turn the beam at like an angle upwards and off in that direction.
But you
So
hear a
you can
voice.
follow it.
Oh, you're yelling? Okay,
Okay,
cool.
there you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna yell.
You kind of glitched a little bit, but that was cool. You were like yelling robot for a second. Dope. Roscoe yells out. What did you just say? Hey? Is that what you said?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
hey.
The universal's up.
Yeah.
Well, you hear a voice call back to you, Roscoe. It sounds like maybe just like it's coming towards you, just out of range of your sight. Here. Hey!
Is that how Nick Filet sounds?
Does it sound like Nick Filet?
It doesn't
That is,
sound like.
that is not Nick Filet.
Hail
as-
and well met.
But as the prow of the ship breaks through the slag to where you can see it, becomes visible. Boat enters, and it gets, let's say, 40 feet away from the rock you're on, and you see Nick Filet standing on the railing.
Okay.
He's got one hand on a cargo net. As the boat swoops by, he waves at you. This is as close as we can get the boat. Stay there, I'm gonna come to you.
Oh, okay.
He puts one end of a rope in his mouth,
That
and he
sounds really
dives into the
dangerous.
water.
Oh, this is so dangerous.
Dangerously hot.
You gonna warn them about the tentacle monster, or are we just gonna let this happen?
You see,
We're just gonna let it happen.
you see the end of the rope in the water, you know, and every now and then his head pokes up. He's doing like a breaststroke. Head
Good
pops
choice.
up.
Good choice, Nick.
Well, he's got a rope in his mouth. So,
I do have my bow drawn though,
okay.
in case there is anything that goes to attack him.
His head comes up out of the water. He's like, Ash, I'm coming. Whoop. And you see his head go whoop down below the water.
Does the line come taut, or is
Yeah.
it still the same?
Okay, yeah, no, I jump into the water now.
Yeah,
Do you
they
want
don't look
full
good.
frontal? Yeah.
Well, his head pops up again.
Oh, okay.
1 second. Down below the water again he goes. You can see the water on the top is just thrashing around. Something violent is happening.
Yeah,
Dead.
clearly. Yes, clearly.
You're starting to though. Should we help? What are we doing?
Yeah.
And then from underneath the water, you see fire blossom. And 15, 20 feet, it goes under the water, and it actually breaks the surface of the water and comes up out of the water some.
I dive in and begin swimming towards that spot,
Same.
Okay.
leaving all my stuff on the rock behind me.
I've got
So-
I'm
everything I
gonna
need.
stay on the
baby.
rock.
Yeah, Nash knows what's up.
Yeah, I've
So-
got a javelin out, but I think he's good.
After another couple of moments, Nick climbs out of the water onto the rock.
Oh, okay.
He's got a rope in one hand, in the other hand he's got a handful of tentacle. He climbs up onto the rock, and he slings out of the water this octopus that the body is probably about as big as Bordy. Got these long tentacles. Flings it onto the rock, and it's dead. Who ordered lunch?
We should have kept you with us the entire time.
Yeah, you should really probably join us.
Oh
What
no,
the
I'm
hell
not.
just happened?
I'm just a fisherman. I'm not a warrior. Like,
Bullshit. What was that explosion?
you know, I would have thought that Nash was talking about me incessantly while she was gone.
She
Oh,
was. We just didn't pry about details.
Yeah, we really tried to keep it
Wow.
private. Yeah.
You see my family tree. He swoops his long hair out of the way and he shows you his neck. It's complicated. You can see he's got red dragon scales all the way at the back of his neck. Goes under his shirt.
And now we understand why he taught her Draconic.
Is he
It
a
all makes sense.
sorcerer?
It all makes
You're
sense.
too buff to be a sorcerer.
Yeah. Well, when Nash was saying that you were fire in the sheets, I thought she was talking about something else.
You got Morgan. That was so good.
Listen, this is not going to be the second game night in a row where I accidentally spit drink on my computer.
That was great.
That's good.
Well, hang on to this rope. Let's get back out of. Let's get out of here. What do you say?
All right. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Whatever you say, Nick.
Also makes sense why Nash was so mad about the whole anti-magic thing of our organization, you know. Yeah. She's like, I love my boyfriend.
Well, you each, follow the rope and you climb up the side of the boat. Nick goes last, and you don't have to make a check for this or anything like that. So you can all get onto the boat, and then when he gets onto the deck, Nick turns around to Nash. How did you get so far out here?
There's caverns deep under, and it just the water, it just swept us, and we didn't know where we were.
You went
Didn't
under
know.
a couple of miles away.
Mhm.
Wow.
I believe it. It was a long, wild, like water slide almost.
I was worried about you, Squid Lips.
Oh,
Well, you have nothing to worry about now. Do you have anything to boil water so we can get this octopus cooking?
Oh, we can't start a fire on the boat. So let's get back to Angul and cook this thing up.
I lean over to Roscoe and mutter, I didn't think squid had lips.
Yeah, I have no idea what that means.
They have sharp beaks. Yeah, like I don't know.
I try not to think about those kind of things.
That's probably good. Probably good practice. Once we've fallen into the routine of making the voyage back, and Nick is stationed wherever he's going to be, Tess will give her clothes a minute to dry out a little. They're probably still going to be sopping wet. Pull them back on and walk over to him and pull out the letter. I understand you've got well, now it's apparent you probably understand Draconic fairly well.
I know a few key phrases. I can cuss pretty well, but why? What you got?
I need your word that whatever you read on this document will not leave the confidence of the people on this boat.
Sure. Who am I gonna tell?
All right. Then I will hand him Lazuli's letter.
Okay.
Okay, well, he takes a few minutes. Pulls a small pair of spectacles.
Oh, now I like him better.
And he takes a look at the letter.
I like to think I'm driving the
Takes it
boat.
out a little bit.
Of
This-
course. Of course.
Of course you are. Your boat.
Yeah.
So he takes a couple of minutes to read over it. I understand these words, or most of them. I've just never seen them in that order before. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
And just convey it best you can.
Well, this one fellow, Lazuli,
Yeah.
he's writing a letter to someone named Selenite.
Selenite, yes.
And he is asking this person to join him. And then there's this one part at the end here. There's a lot of big words in here. I don't know. The guy who wrote this is verbose. But this part at the end, I don't really understand. It says something about eating the messenger?
Does it say not to?
No.
He set us up.
When he says to join him, does he say where?
Yeah, there's something about a mountain range and somebody. Maybe that's a name. Mika? Is that a person?
Micah?
Okay. Mike.
If you say so.
He does mention Micah. Does he also mention someone named Cinta?
Nope, didn't see that.
And you're sure that the letter suggests eating the messenger?
Well, I'm a little out of practice, but probably. Sure.
We were set up. We got to kill Lazuli.
It also sounds like if we go to see if he's back in Ongul, he's already going to be gone. So this is neither here nor there.
That means his equipment is meant to kill people.
Doesn't expect us to come back though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that hurts my feelings. Yes. But at least he listened to us. Hey, silver linings, guys.
What does it say
Oh.
about Micah? Does it say meeting up with him, or does it just say that Micah wanted to meet?
No, it says to meet this Micah person. It seemed to think this other person would know where that was.
Yep.
Is there any more detail you can decipher about the meeting place? Because there's a couple of locations in the mountains that we know of.
Listen, there are a lot of what we call, you know how in common we talk about big words like 4 or 5 syllable words?
Mhm.
Yes.
Well, in Draconic,
3 or
these are
4
like
even.
7 or 8 syllable words, okay?
Yeah.
Well, you're doing great.
Yeah.
Hey,
Thank
thanks.
you. Thank you so much for your help.
Does it mention Roscoe in there anywhere?
No.
He didn't even have the guts to mention me by name.
The nerve. See,
That's great.
even more reason to kill us.
So Roscoe, you would have been okay
Yeah.
if you'd been like, watch out for Roscoe the Barbarian. Really eat that guy first because he's a super toughie. And you'd have been like, yeah, that's all right then.
Yeah, of course. That would be fun.
All right.
Some after.
Kind of best case scenario.
Yeah, I'll keep that in
For
mind.
where we
for
are
you.
right now.
Yeah, you know, I don't ever want to betray you, Roscoe, but I'll remember.
We
to
have a new
compliment you.
mission. Go after
As
Lazuli.
they're all chuckling about that, I'm gonna lean in so only he can hear and ask Nick, is there anything about a child?
Oh. Oh.
I don't understand.
How you doing back there, Nash? You having a good time?
What is going on? It's so somber down there.
I don't know.
Nick,
Don't ask
read-
me.
Nick's reading the letter for us. Yeah, he was totally gonna have her eat us.
I knew to never trust
Yeah,
that. The
we were-
no good, blue scaled, big, tall, spooky dragon.
But
I knew
apparently
it.
he went to go to meet Micah. He actually did what we asked.
Hey, take it easy back there. You're shaking the boat around.
Oh, no.
I'm becoming an aggressive driver on the boat. I'm like hitting the waves like head on when I shouldn't be.
Dash. Roscoe is like steel grip on the side of the boat. Dash, man, we should just get there. Let's get back.
I'm getting dizzy.
Oh, come on, little buddy. Let's take over the railing, all right?
It's looking blue and purple.
Try to
and
look at something out.
green
Well, we
and-
can't really see very far.
Yeah, that's the problem. There's no horizon. You always get seasick. This
Yeah.
is miserable.
He's looking all kinds of colors.
We'll be there soon. Don't worry. Just, try to keep your guts in you there, okay?
Curse the dragons. They always do things like this. I never trust a dragon. I'm just like cursing under my breath while I get us back.
It takes about as long as it took to get out here to get back to Hongul.
It's just something I feel like I can see all the pieces of this puzzle, but none of them want to fit together. Selena could have left that cave at any time. We've seen that the dragons can change their form. If we could fit through that crack, she certainly could have.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is Micah, when he got the daughter, went insane and wandered around and started a religion. If Selena got the daughter and then didn't get the particular symptom of dementia, perhaps she just fell into despair because there was no one to help her.
Maybe.
Yeah, if her symptom was merely weakness and pain, she just sat there and then gave up.
But she had allies that could have helped her.
Can a dragon cure another dragon? We needed a dude to do it.
Well, I'm sure. I mean, we got the scrolls from Lazuli.
Oh, Lazuli could have helped her. So yeah, why didn't she go back to him?
Yes, weren't they in love? Oh, sorry, I'm not there.
We don't know. We don't know.
Might as well be there. You're not on a giant pirate ship now.
Yeah, we're on a ship.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So you can definitely be a part of it. I don't know. Yeah, that's a good point. Lazuli had some scrolls sitting around that could have helped her. You're absolutely right. And he had the know-how to help her.
And he knew where she was.
Unless she didn't know where he was.
But what would that do? Get on your giant wings, you big fat bat, and go help your friend.
Well, if she's sick and she's lost, I mean, we don't know when or how this happened. The rupture was apparently a real humdinger of an event. Maybe she thought
He had
he was
lost
dead.
a child too.
Yeah, maybe she thought he was dead, or maybe she was in despair because of her child. That could also be a good one. Yeah.
It could be that.
Yeah.
I got the impression that, and I could certainly be wrong, but I got the impression it was his child as well. And Nick says there's no mention of that in this letter, even though he now has.
He is a more callous bastard than I think you give him credit for there, Tess.
Maybe so.
And also, he might not have ever gotten to know the child. Who knows when the child was hatched? Yada yada yada. He might not even know the child's name if the mother went off, laid the egg. I think that's how dragons do it, right? And hatched it, named it, and then there's a whole meeting period that could have supposed to happen, but then rupture happened. Blah blah blah. He never gets to meet her.
Why did you think it had Micah and not Center? You think they have some kind of issue?
Maybe Mike, just because Mike is the one that came up with this plan.
Asking everyone to come together. And that's what we said. So, and he wrote the letter afterwards. I gave him the information, freely. I don't like to hide things from people that think it's foolish at this juncture.
We're too late in the game now.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we do?
Well, we'll check.
Everybody's out.
Yeah, let's go check and see if Lazuli is still at home. And if he's gone, that's really all we wanted. I guess we go to the side of the collapsing. What's it called?
The rupture or the caldera?
The caldera. We go to the caldera. That's where everyone else is.
Well, if he's still home tinkering with his machine, what do we do?
We let him know what the truth is, unless you want to hide it from him. But I don't know if I got the poker
I don't.
face to
I just worry that the truth will enrage him or cause him such pain and grief that he'll need an outlet for it. And based on this letter, he doesn't have the regard for our lives that I hoped he did.
Well, I think Nash always suspected that. So if you want, we could send one person. I can do it if you want. Go in there. And be
why go back to see this dragon that wanted us dead? Let's just go.
And also, it sounds like in the letter, he went to go meet with Micah, which is what we wanted in the dang first place. Let's just go to the caldera. You're right. That's probably smarter, Vordy.
I have an idea.
Okay.
So if he's there, he's tinkering with his machine.
Mm-hmm.
We could tell that from anywhere within the mountain because of what it was doing to the power.
Okay.
What if we just go, linger just inside the door, wait to see if there's such a power surge? If there is, he's home. I'll sneak down there and I pull off the band and leave this in his office. If he sees it, he can put the pieces together himself. He'll know what happened. I can get in and out without being detected.
Was that hers?
Or he'll think that we killed her. And
That's
we have
true. You need to leave a
info.
note explaining what happened exactly.
Yeah.
I have these as well. And I'll pull out these scales that I collected that had the growths and the physical manifestations of the daughter.
Okay. I think that would be a little bit more clear, especially.
But I don't know if that's going to be like, okay, it could be, oh, she's sick, or.
You could put a note saying, we found her dead. Our condolences, the janitors. Hey. And then we'll just keep going. Yeah.
Or we could pin the note that he wrote about killing us to his desk with a dagger and leave that there.
No,
That's good.
I
That's
like
probably
that,
not.
actually. That's actually really cool.
It doesn't have to be like a threat. It's just like, hey,
But it is a
we
threat.
know what you said about us.
I like that. Let's put a handprint and then just put "we know." That'll really freak him out.
Okay, well, Nash pulls the boat up to the dock, and Angul bumps the dock a little harder than she probably had to.
Nash, no, what?
Not great on her stomach, Vordy. And the crew, there's only 4 or 5 of them, including Nick. They tie the boat to the dock. Nick grabs his octopus and drags it over the railing onto the dock.
I know that there is like a big pot and like little fire pit thing that we have on the side of the docks. And I just start building a fire there. We're gonna need some food and stuff before we
Okay.
head to the caldera.
All right.
Dry out our clothes.
We'll make some octopus ceviche. Boil it for just a second, cut it really thin.
All right. Well, while you're cooking, I would go over to Tess and be like, Tess, you doing all right? I didn't think you would be willing to have Nick read us that letter. I'm glad you did. Are you feeling all right?
Just disappointed. I guess I had gotten my hopes up that we might could actually pull this off.
I'm with you there, and but I always knew that Nash was probably right about Lazuli, and if Selena was worse than him, which is what all the other dragons seem to intimate, we were probably going to get eaten if she were alive. So, I mean, wow, I am sad that all 4 dragons won't be present. I don't know if Micah didn't tell us much. This still might be able to get pulled off with just the 3 of them. And if Lazuli went ahead and went to go talk to him, well, hell, we could still pull this off. Or hell, if it's magical energy, and he looks around at our group, he's like, we might be able to help them too. And then at least the small folk get a say in this.
I don't think he would have gone ahead. I think he would have waited for proof that she was coming. And if he doesn't show up, Micah's plan doesn't work. Remember, he said it's the lightning that destroys the slag, and Lazuli and Selena were the ones that could breathe it. We needed them more than the other 2.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe these devices that were left in Absolution that the wizards made, the things that Lazuli has put throughout his mountain that fuels the lights, maybe that can work. Electricity and lightning seem pretty similar in my basest understanding of all of this, but I guess when you spend long enough seeing yourself as a monster, you let yourself turn into one. And it's not until people come along and tell you otherwise that you leave that path. And I guess I was just hoping Lazuli's path could change.
Well, let's check in on him after we eat, see if he's still there. And I'm open to suggestions, but I feel like maybe we should just go all together and just let him know the bad news and really beg him to go, letting him know that he is the linchpin. Maybe that'll stroke his ego.
Again, we're going back to a dragon who wanted us dead. Just to clarify.
Yeah. But that just means...
Got it.
Yeah. Good point. Maybe
Yeah,
we should...
I don't like the idea of all of us facing him. The only reason I'm not okay with it, but think I could pull it off, is because I'm fast, I'm quiet, and for some reason he seems to listen to me.
How about we don't risk that?
Yeah, but what do you need? Vorty, can you get me the salt from your bag? I think you have some. Why would we even do this? Like, what are you risking it for? A big fat bat that you thought was going to be helpful and turned out not? We take matters into our own hands. These dragons are useless.
Yeah, let's just go.
But then the problem is here's the thing. We would then have to somehow or we either handle it ourselves, or we have to get to Micah, who's all the way up in them mountains.
These dragons aren't helping us. One's already dead. The other one's doing his own machine. Let's just go.
And what are we going to do?
I don't know. We'll figure something out.
Can we make lightning to kill the slag? Do we know how to
Let's
do
go
that?
to the amusement park. Can we just go? Can we go to the amusement park instead?
No, Vorty, no.
I do
Well,
think
I
that's
think-
not a bad idea.
One thing that
I would love to go to the amusement park.
Like I
One
can't
thing
with
we
this
need-
dragon. This dragon wanted us dead. I don't want to go back to that place. Screw that
one thing
place.
we need to do is help the people in the Absolution. Oh, I think this one is too thick. I think here, and I throw a couple of things over at Bordy. But the thing is, those people in Absolution are the most susceptible right now.
Mhm.
Maybe we start moving them south. We have 18 days left and 0 prospects anymore.
All right.
Yeah.
Do we have any way to contact Micah, who admittedly, while still a dragon, has been the nicest dragon we've talked to? Any way at all?
Well, we
No?
do if he's at the hearth. All the other
Right.
scholars are there, and our radio works now.
We can go try and
go.
talk to him. Let's go to the hearth real quick.
Yeah.
Then we'll swing by the absolution. Try and then we'll do it ourselves. You're right.
Although
I want to.
we-
I want to stop by the university. I need
Why?
to leave this there because I'm not willing to give up on that. If
Well-
there's even a chance that he will help us, we
There's
need to
no
try.
chance that he was going to help us. He was too busy in his own shit. He doesn't care about us.
Plus,
Well, he was
Not
going to
that,
go.
Not only that, but he wanted somebody else to kill us instead of him killing. Like he can't even bother. That's how
Can-
sad that is.
Can I say to I would like to agree with Tess here. I think that at least leaving him the knowledge of the loss of his what we're hoping to be love, it might shake him out of his being an asshole.
Great.
And
So
if
that's
Tess
a lot
can
of
do it
what
without
ifs.
getting caught, I think that is a worthy risk. But if Tess gets caught and dies, then I would immediately say this was not worth it, and I hated it all. So that's what I got to point out to you, Tess, is that if you get eaten by a dragon, I will be very upset with you.
yeah.
Me too.
And Bordy, on top of that, I don't trust Lazuli with this machine, and if I want to know if it's here in the mountain or if he's already taken it somewhere else. I think we need to keep a tab on that.
Yeah.
I've
And-
lost all trust in that thing.
I also really feel like
Yeah.
Micah needs to know about that machine.
And I don't have any kind of obligation to let him know of anything. Like, fuck him. Like,
You're
screw
right.
this
You
dude.
don't. That's why I'm not asking you to come with me.
No, I'm saying it's like you shouldn't even go either. Like, I don't
Oh.
see why you feel the obligation. Like, there's just none. Like, we have the, and like, we got to protect other people, and we're worried about a dragon. What the fuck?
No,
We're trying to save the world.
yeah, we're trying to get the dragon to help us to
Creature
save
who
the
wants
world.
The dragon doesn't care. Doesn't give a fuck. You want to convince
Yeah.
this dragon of what? He doesn't care. Like I said, he can't even be bothered to actually kill us himself. He asked his old flame to try to do it. This is gross, man.
All right.
We
You
do
got-
have to be.
You got a point, but
Yeah.
I still feel like we should try and at least talk to Micah if we can get. And unfortunately, the best tool in order to send a message to Micah is another dragon because they can fly over land.
I wish we could fly.
Yeah.
I'm so over
Ooh.
these dragons.
Yeah.
Like we need to just try to
Um,
save. We need to go to the hearth. Like that's where the people are. We need to go help them. We need to go to where the people want to help.
I could also. And Tess will pull out the scroll that she previously stole from Lazuli's office. I know where he keeps his good stuff. If he's locked away in his workshop, I can just grab a handful and see what I can get.
Yeah.
Either
okay, that's
way,
good.
I'm going, and I don't want to risk any of you coming that far down into the mountain.
Then go, Tess. There goes the pinnacle.
Thanks. You have no faith in me, do you?
It's not about faith in you. I have faith in your capabilities, Tess. I just don't see why you're so hell bent on trying to work things out with this dragon who doesn't give a fuck about us.
Because I really think he's the best shot we've got.
Instead of us. Fine, go. So who's has got faith in who here? Right?
What are we? What
Let's
do you
go.
think what can we do though?
Go help the people that are actually trying to help. This
How?
dragon doesn't care.
How
That's what I'm
though?
saying. We need to go there and figure this out. This dragon doesn't care.
Start relocating people. Time is running out.
Okay,
Yeah.
I guess we can run. Yeah.
But,
So we're gonna
like-
go and run.
Let's
That's what
let's go. Let's go waste some more time and go to this university. And you guys have your little chat. How about that? Let's do that. Let's do that. Cool. Wow, this
I don't think-
sobriety thing is really mind opening.
We're waiting for the squid to cook right now, Vorty. She could go do it while the squid is cooking. If you or are we gonna be like, all right, forget it. We're not gonna eat the squid.
You're
we're
gonna leave
just
her
go.
like. The thing is that I'm not gonna leave you, Tess. I'm not gonna let you go by yourself. Like we're
Okay.
supposed to be a pinnacle. We're supposed to be doing this together.
Okay.
Well, let's have dinner, gather our strength. We'll see how we feel after a meal.
Yeah, Nick's been standing there with already cooked octopus for like a while.
Oh.
And he's like,
Yeah, this has
Wait,
been a very long
wait.
conversation.
"Are you hungry?" Or
Yeah, I grabbed the food
We
and I
eat
started
in
eating.
silence.
Give me some of that. Yeah, give me some of that. This is good, Nick. Thank you. You're so nice.
oh, don't thank me. That's Nash's recipe.
Oh, now
It's Vorthy seasonings.
She showed me how to do it.
Uh,
If you're gonna be a
James-
boat captain, you got to know how to keep the crew together.
while the food is being handed out, I message you something in Roll20.
Yeah. Okay. Let's take a little break. I need some more water. And we'll be back in 5 or 10.
Cool.
we're back. So far, the party has been rescued, I guess, by Nick Fillet. Rescued is probably a good. You're muted, Alden. That's pretty good term for it, I think. Rescued by Nick Fillet, and then you went back to Angul, and then you are about to eat some octopus after the characters all argued for a while.
Reaching.
Yeah.
Alden, say something.
Test.
There you go. Very good.
It's working fine.
Maybe it was your voice.
It was you.
Maybe it was your
It
voice
was
that didn't
just
work.
you.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nick passes out some octopus, and you guys are chowing down on the octopus. Nash's special family recipe, I guess. What do you want to do now?
When we make a Patreon, Chris, I'm gonna need you to come up with an actual recipe for octopus ceviche, and that can be one of our monthly rewards.
Done.
I'm not gonna eat it, but yes, that'd be great.
Sounds dangerous.
Hey,
Tess has
Vorty.
already, of course, gotten her guns back. Just
Oh yeah. Roscoe's chowing down. Hey Vorty, I have a question for you. Aren't your parents like here in Odgul?
Yeah, they are.
Do you want to go? Should you go see them while we're here before we, go talk to some dragon somewhere?
Why?
I don't mean to pry. I just wanted you to know we could make some time for it. I mean the world's ending, but we have a little bit of time.
Well, hopefully it doesn't then.
Yeah, I mean no, I don't think it will. Not with us in the way.
Who has the highest passive perception here? Is it Adaman?
I don't think so.
Or is it Nash?
Perception is
I'm 17.
15. Yeah, it's Nash.
Nash, you tear yourself away from Nick Fillet's eyes for a moment.
Do I though?
I mean, you don't have to.
I'm just kidding.
You managed to tear yourself away. And you notice that Tessa's gone.
Oh, that slimy little rat. And I turn to the group. Well, she's off to get eaten by the dragon. So everybody pack up your shit and I guess we will go follow.
Can I finish my octopus?
No, you cannot.
Oh,
finish
okay. All right. That's fine.
the
That's fine.
bananas.
Nick, it was delicious. Thank you so much. All right. Here he goes.
And I look over at Nick and I'm like, I really cherished our time together. I hope the world doesn't end so we can spend more time. But there may be a very large influx of people coming into Angul. And you have to talk to the town hall and let them know they will need food, they will need shelter, they will need to seek refuge here. So you and John and everyone of the fishermen, you need to be working all the time, 24/7. Get as much food, stockpile everything. There's going to be a lot of people here.
Nash,
And then I start packing my stuff.
if anyone's gonna save the world, it'd be you. You can count on us.
oh.
And I pour I take Adamant's like mid bite and I just like swoop his bowl up and I like pour it in the pot and just start packing everything up.
Yeah, and he hold on, I've got this. Not that.
So did this mean nothing to you? Does this mean anything to you guys? Are we a real pinnacle here, or are we just at the end of the day all on our own?
Does this
You
really
know
hurt your
that
feelings, Warren?
Tess doesn't fully understand other people and the idea of this pentacle. She's going to do
She
what
understands
she wants.
more
no matter
than
what.
she understands more than all of us combined. You know that.
Yeah, but she doesn't care, or she would not have left
That's
and
what I'm
sacrificed
getting
herself
at.
for this dragon.
That's what I'm getting at. She doesn't care about us, this pinnacle. She just goes on her own.
She's not going to stop doing it, but that doesn't mean we have to do the same, and we have to go help.
We have no choice. I mean, that's how I feel. I feel obligated to us.
Well, let's
We
hope
have to-
if she survives, y'all can talk to her about how you feel.
After
I
everything
mean,
that we've
we're
been
saying
through.
this as we're walking to the
Yeah.
Yeah,
mountain.
I mean, we're obviously moving.
Yeah, we're on the way. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are headed towards the university. Okay, so I'm gonna switch to tests while you guys are doing that. If you're trying to be quiet, I'm assuming you're gonna go into the little mountain entrance, right? Where the stable is.
Mhm. And I'm going to keep up that movement, action, bonus action, dash pace pretty much until I get to the tunnel leading to Lazuli's office. Even if it makes me exhausted, speed is my primary goal until I get there.
Okay. So you open the door next to the stable and you make your way inside. And you're moving at pretty high speed. You notice that the lights are really, really dim. And they stay dim for a long time. Since you went in through that door, you don't have to get on the elevator or anything like that. You can make your way through the caverns, down to Lazuli's true lair, right? And as you're going through the cavern, the lights come on full bright, and they stay there.
Once I get close, I'll begin stealthing again.
Okay. So you get close to Lazuli's lair, make your way around that little bend, and where it opens up, the light's on. That door in the back of his lair that led to that laboratory is open. And inside, you can see the light looks weird in there. There's kind of a pervasive neon pink purple light that stays on full. It's stable, but you hear a loud buzzing noise, and through the door you can see looks like lightning strikes.
Just like arcing off and striking
Like
anything in
small.
particular, or just the room?
It's hard to tell from where you are, but the weird lighting that it's constantly blinking is from that.
I'm gonna stay focused, sneak over to the desk and sort of crouch down in front of it, just pull a piece of parchment, scribble
Okay.
what I sent you.
When you get over to the desk, you're writing your note. Out of the corner of your eye, you can see pretty much straight through that door. And you can see Lazuli, who is lying on the ground.
Not moving.
No,
Can I tell if he's breathing?
not from here.
I'll slowly spin around bad news and look down the sight to magnify and get a better look.
Okay, then we're gonna do a medicine check down at rifle scope. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
not
you know
terrible
what?
at that.
Maybe not a medicine check. Maybe it'd be more like perception.
Perception. Okay.
Just looking to see if he's moving at all, right?
Dirty 20.
Okay, so you watch him for a while. Like a solid 30 seconds. And you can see his chest rising and falling very slowly. He's lying on his side with his back to you.
Like sleeping slowly, like deep breaths, or shuddering like he might be hurt.
Hard, can't tell from this distance.
Oh my god.
I'm going to finish my letter.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to sort of stand up quietly and just as softly as I can bear a space on his desk to leave it, so it'll obviously look out of place.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is a bad idea. I'm going to take the band. And you know how you like roll coins on their sides? I'm going to roll the band into the room and just immediately burst into a sprint out of there.
Okay.
Let's see if I hear anything coming from behind me.
You hear, sounds like coughing, but every time it's a dragon-sized cough, and every time you hear it, you hear the crackle of electricity.
Fucking do this, BJ. I don't care. I don't want my pinnacle coming in here after me. I'm gonna continue sprinting towards the side door and see if I see them coming up the mountain once I'm out there.
Yeah, you make your way back to the caverns. Won't take very long at that speed. I don't think it'd even take a minute. It's not that much space.
Very fast.
So you go busting through the door just as the other 5 are about to reach it.
We're sprinting too.
That's why you got there so fast.
I'll slam it shut behind me and lean back against it. Y'all made a better time than I expected.
Really? Well, what did he say?
He didn't. I think he's hurt. But I didn't want to just go in looking after him and leave y'all to follow me. Because I don't want any of you putting yourselves at risk for this creature that you all believe is a monster. I left a letter for him and Selenite's ring. He's done something. That machine is not like it was when we saw it before. It's constant. The light is perpetually burning and there's lightning arcing off of it. I would love to get a closer look, but I don't want all of you risking yourselves for something that's just what I think is our last hope and you all have given up on.
Bullshit, Tess. You do this, you always do. Why is it always have to be your way?
Because you said you had no interest in pursuing this lead. You said you had given up already. What would be the point of you coming along?
Because you are not disposable.
Right, we need you. Why would you take this risk? We told you.
Because I thought it was worth it. You
But here's the thing. You know what,
always
Tess?
like this.
You want to make selfish decisions? Here is the decision. We either not go as a group or you put all of us in jeopardy and we all go. And we'll leave it 100% up to you. I will give my full support.
Yeah, I agree, but we have to do it together.
There's a difference between support and blackmail.
Yes, and this is blackmail.
You really don't think that there's any way he will help us, right?
No, I did think that, Tess. I thought that there was some merit in having discourse with him. I think that it would have been better to talk with our friends and convince them of what I agreed with you with rather than sneaking behind their backs.
I turned to Vorty. Do you think there's any way that he will help us?
No. Why would he help us?
Then why risk your life?
We've already pleaded, trying to ask him for help. And he's not really
Because
interested.
It's not just our lives. That's why.
And he listened, Vorty. He said that he would go along with our plan if we could convince Selena.
It
We
was
don't
a
know
setup to get us killed.
Then why did he put in the letter that he still wanted to meet with Micah?
I don't know. Who knows what? But it was clear that he wanted us, that wanted Selena to eat us. If she wasn't dead, that would have happened.
It might have.
Wouldn't even be bothered to kill us himself. That's how beneath him we are. And you're wondering why I would think he would help us? Because he doesn't care. We are a fleck of dust on him. And
I
you
agree.
want me to have faith and trust him to help us? Are you kidding?
I don't want you to trust him. I don't trust him. But I will never be able to sleep at night if I don't make damn sure that I haven't pursued the best possible chance we have to the
You
very
think
end.
that is the best possible chance to trust
I
this
do.
thing?
Not the
If not
dragon
him,
that
then his
we cured?
machine.
Yeah,
The
Not the
machine
dragon that we
that could
cured, we
also
could
blow
go-
up and cause another rupture.
well,
Sure.
no, it wasn't the machine. It was his lightning breath. Remember, because he would use the lightning breath around the slag, and that would stop feeding the slag. Like, he is the key point to
Yes,
Micah's
but
plan.
we go talk to Micah. We give him the
Yeah.
information. We
Yeah.
come back with a dragon on our side who we cured and was good to us. We
If-
don't come back as 5 people who are not strong enough to deal with a dragon of this kind.
What if Micah isn't at the hearth? What if Micah is still in his mountain waiting to hear from the other dragons?
I
We
don't know.
keep putting
We-
so
we
much
don't
pressure
know.
on
Make
these
it in
dragons
time.
that can't be bothered.
Micah is apparently going really
But
out of his
either-
way to try and help us.
But either way, we get to the hearth where either Micah is there or a very significant number of scholars are there. And we say, scholars, hello, everybody goes south. Bam, disperse, goodbye. And then we go find Micah. That's fine. We have more people to help us save as many people as possible.
I would agree with
We'd
that.
never find Micah in time if you weren't there.
We'd have to go to the mountains. You think we could
And the
get
only
there
reason we made
and
it there
back in
before is
time?
because he flew us up there. I took a very good look at the route to get up to his lair. It would take us easily a week, if not weeks, to get there.
So you're wanting to do this? Then let's go. I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's a yes or I say no, and we go. I'm not going to hold it against you. Nothing.
Well,
I believe you. And then I
we
look
can
at
now
Gordy.
go more forward with your plan. Yeah, like we're going to go to the hearth, and then we're going to go try and get to Micah. But at least she's left a message for Lazuli.
I want to see what happened to him. But I don't want to ask someone that has nothing to think about this plan except how foolish it is to be the one having my back, Vorty. If you're following us down,
you're questioning my loyalty, seriously, while you're the one that ran off.
it's not that I'm questioning your loyalty. It's just the fact that if you obviously don't want to be there, I don't feel right asking you to be.
But you didn't ask. You didn't ask to go wander off by yourself. You didn't
Right.
ask to do any of this.
Exactly, because I didn't want to put you in that position.
Oh, how altruistic of you.
Think what you want. I'm the only one that has to live with my decisions as long as y'all are still left alive.
We
I'd
have
been
to
eaten
live
down
with these
there-
decisions, Tess. We're supposed to
Yes.
be working together. After everything, you're still trying to go solo. Why?
Because I don't want to make a decision that gets you all killed.
We are in this together.
Tess, if you die, the pinnacle dies. I mean, what you do affects all of us. We're, we don't just go on and replace you. I mean, if something happens to one of us, something happens to all of us. That's what we signed up for.
What do you think we should do, Roscoe? I think Lazuli's down there, hurt, but he's gotten his machine working. I think there is a chance that we could convince him to meet with Micah, and I think it's worth the risk. That's where I stand on all of this.
Here's what I want to know. You saw that machine. Is that a danger to Angul? If it's just left unchecked right now? You said it's just arcing lightning, right? That sounds bad.
Yeah, left unchecked, I think it is dangerous. But I think if someone who knows
I don't want to.
what it can do can use it, and whether that's Lazuli or whether we bring the wizards from Absolution, I think the fact that it's there is a resource we can't ignore.
Then let other people who are more capable and skilled and talented handle that. We could inadvertently cause another rupture.
Is Headmaster Echo? Not that I trust him right now at all, but is he at the? He's at the caldera now, right?
Yep.
Everyone is at the caldera, which is
Yeah.
why we should go to the caldera.
Okay. Let's go.
Hmm.
But I do stand by my blackmail statement. Tess, it is up to you. I have
Yeah.
I have support.
I want to check on Lazuli, but I don't want you all immediately in the line of fire. Would you at least wait outside his office if you insist on coming into the mountain with me?
No.
Yeah,
We're
I have a lot
coming-
of trouble with walking away from seeing something interesting. I'd love to. I think that'll be tough to just stand outside.
No. This is on your terms of us going. You don't get to do all of this on your terms.
If you are hell bent on
Alright.
doing this, we have to come with you.
Let's go. We have 18 days before the world is over.
But if it gets bad, we run. All of us. All right?
Sure.
All of us.
Yeah, all of us.
I was definitely planning on running if things look bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of just look at Tess like, are you saying that to yourself right now?
Yeah. Because like I was gonna carry Roscoe with me. Yeah, we were gonna definitely get out of here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and Nash, if he's like really hurt, this could be a good chance for you to yell at a dragon if you wanted to.
Really, it's really
Play that one by
You guys are
ear.
making me break.
Oh, I do get to that's true. Okay.
Mhm.
Just
Lead the way.
bear in mind, if we speak with him and tell him the truth, we are potentially telling someone who has lived for years in pain that the last thing he potentially loved is gone.
Oh, that's for sure.
Are you trying to convince us not to take back what I said? I don't.
Like I said, I still agree.
Yeah,
This is a bad idea.
We could not do it at all. That's what they were trying to tell you, Tess. Like,
I'll
Yeah.
pull the door open and just sort of look over my
here we
shoulder.
go then. Yeah,
I'm
I don't
not saying
understand
just-
why.
Treat it with a little dignity.
Oh well, I just won't talk then. But you can definitely. I'm sure you'll do a great job.
Oh, I'm going to talk. I just follow behind
Nash
Tess.
is going to say something. There's not going to be any dignity then. I'm just telling you right now.
Man, I'm really glad I did stick with that persuasion feat now. Whew. All right. Yeah, we'll go down.
All right, so you head into the cavern.
Because I'm sweating.
Loving
Me too. Do you see how red I am? This is just from like the pure adrenaline and like,
Oh,
the fact that I
no.
can't.
Well, mine is only the lighting that I picked.
You know, I gotta say, you guys are so good at role playing. If somebody tuned into our Twitch stream, like in the middle of that, they probably think we're actually arguing.
I know, right?
Yeah, if you just take the word dragon out of all of that.
Look, all those who are watching our Twitch stream, look, we're just trying to keep her from killing her character. We understand she'll
Right.
be. Yeah.
We're all doing what our characters would do.
Mm. Yeah, we
I
all
think
want
it's
to
just that when Nash does something, I immediately want to die laughing. I break character every time with Nash.
It's amazing. Amazing.
All right, well, you head into the mountain. You go through the door by this table, and the lights are on. They're not flickering or anything like that. You pass the supply room. You already went through it once on your way out, and there wasn't a whole lot left. Seems like they kind of raided it when they were making their preparations for their trip to the hearth. So you walk down the caverns. You pass the underground river on your right. I'm going to describe it this time because you're not sprinting at full speed. The generator is still there with the paddles turning as the river goes by. And you go down the corridor, which is a little more than a hollowed out tunnel. And then you walk through the area.
I think Adam Man has a question about what you just
I'm waiting until
described.
James is done describing.
What'd you
Have there
say?
been any surges as we've been traveling?
What do you mean?
Power surges. Have there been any power surges as we've been traveling in?
No.
I would like to say, be like, Tess, that might have been an illusion. That might be a really badass dragon illusion that you just saw. He might have actually gone to Micah. In which case, Adaman would once again hold on to a hope that he listened to us rather than as a dick. Thank you. Go on.
The power was dim when I first got here.
Oh, all right. Well, then no, he's a dick. Okay, got it.
Sorry.
So you go down the corridors. You have to go down that shaft. It's like a false. You get to his false lair. The boulders are still cleared away, so you go down this false shaft to his actual lair. As you get there, you see what I described to Morgan earlier.
Where's the band on the floor in there? Is it just laying against his back or something?
You move into the room enough to see he's not lying down anymore. He's sitting on the floor, and he's he doesn't seem to be very stable with his with his posture. He's kind of wavering, and he's looking at Selena's ring.
Is the letter still on the desk?
Yes.
I will walk over and grab it and look at the others. I'm not telling you to stay behind. Just stay ready. And I will slowly move to the opening of that secret room.
Mm-hmm.
Take a breath and hold the letter out towards Lazuli as I approach.
Come with you.
I'm sorry.
And we're all within 5 feet of each other. We're like a
Turns
weird
his head to
gecko.
look at you,
My weapons are out.
and his eyes are only half open. Oh, it's you. My machine is finished.
Are you
And-
okay?
I'm gonna don't freak out, but I'm gonna put you on a battle map
Okay.
Okay.
No freaking out. Okay.
because I want to show off some of the features of our lovely sponsor, Roll20.
Roll20. Thank you, Roll20. You're the best.
That and it took a little bit of work to make this map. Go. Oh, I gotta move your. Yeah. Boop.
Ooh, wow.
I like how you put me in there deeper than Tess.
Oh, that's how I
gotta
set it up
say-
earlier.
You jerk.
Everybody can see okay and everything.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That Lazuli token. I don't love it walking into that room right now.
No, it's fine. It's fine. How
He doesn't look like that. That's just a random blue dragon picture.
Uh-huh.
Nothing sinister.
Yeah. Would you like to know how it works?
First,
I
I
want
want to
to-
know if you're okay.
Yeah.
Are you hungry?
No.
I do want to know if you think that this he points to the reactor would stop the hearth or the caldera from expanding. What do you think?
Not by itself, no.
Hmm.
I've been in this room for days. And you know what the daughter is, right?
Sickness, yes.
I believe I'm experiencing something almost the opposite of that.
Fabulous.
Lazuli, will you let me look over you, please?
It seems like he can barely hold himself up.
Just help.
I began looking for signs of the daughter upon him.
You find nothing. His skin is not lumpy.
Mm-hmm.
He appears to be really, really weak.
As
Lethargic.
Is that one of the symptoms of the daughter?
Mm-mm. Well,
As
not
he-
until
I
the
look-
end.
I look at him and I go, Lazuli, unless this is something I'm misreading, it's just exhaustion. When's the last time you slept a full night?
I'm not sure.
That's your problem then.
See, when I read over the wizard's notes, I noticed a glaring problem with her design.
What's that?
They didn't know what to do with the magic once they'd burned it out of the slag.
Is that
That's
what
like
caused
you
the
didn't.
explosion?
These coils in the corners of the room
Oh,
are burning it off.
okay.
I found a way to use it to power the university.
Hmm.
But I can't store that much energy, so it gets burned off in these coils. Every now and then, like one like, and the lighting in the room is really flickering because of that.
So you used the machine.
I mean,
You activated it. It pulled
yes,
this stuff from the air.
it is self-sustaining at this point.
How far will its effects go?
Not as far as I would like. Maybe we could build 10 of these across Traskosk.
10. 10 of those things.
Yes.
How
But
long did it take you to make that one?
this won't cause a caldera to form because of the towers you've built around it, right?
Partially.
I don't
There's
like
still
that
the
answer.
possibility of overloading it, but as long as no one does that.
Okay, right. So essentially what happened was because of human error, like we're saying.
Everything has happened because of human error.
You're a dick, Dragon. I say that.
We did cause all of this.
Uh,
Our forebears did.
This ring. Did you kill her?
No.
no.
Yes. Because we wanted you to suffer.
I
Nash
will
is
reach
lying.
into my cloak and pull out
I die every
the scales. I took a couple of unmarred ones and some that had the progression of the daughter.
And Adaman, as the doctor of the party, would be like, she had advanced stages of the daughter. But it seems to me that she never fell to the dementia portion. She always knew she was going to die. I'm sorry.
I would rather you had killed her.
No.
We were far too late for that.
Or that should kill us, right?
Selenite was the most formidable, vicious warrior I have ever known.
That's why she went out on her own
For
terms.
her to die like that is unforgivable.
It was her choice.
She was not capable of making choices if she had the daughter.
She was down there long before she would have reached that point. There were marks on the walls where she had counted the days. She knew what was coming. She relented to it.
I begged her not to go down there.
Sounds to me like she was a fighter. And sounds to me like maybe she wouldn't want you to sit here when Micah has a plan to save all of this land.
He completely ignores you. I have a theory that water amplifies it somehow. There are creatures who don't seem to mind the slag very much, like the great lizards in the plains. But almost every ocean creature has been aberrated. But she wanted to be alone after the death of her hatchling.
Ah,
I'm sorry for your losses. Would you like us to leave?
I will go to Micah. I will cleanse this pestilence that your kind has brought to Traskask. And then the three of us that are left will cleanse Traskask of your kind. He stands up very gingerly. He's shaking.
Ash is dying laughing.
He rears his head back, and you see lightning start to form inside his mouth. Then he opens his mouth, and with a mighty roar, his lightning breath comes out. But just before it gets to you, Vorty, like a tunneling effect, it gets sucked into the reactor.
Now I start laughing.
And then he falls down, unconscious.
Yeah.
God.
and then Adaman looks at Vorty and Nash and goes, "Well, this is your opportunity to kill a dragon. That if you feel that he is so bad,
Not a
And-
murderer, Adaman.
good."
Adam, with your medicine check earlier,
Mm-hmm.
you think he's right. It is like the opposite of the daughter. The daughter is where your brain gets stuffed with too much magic waste and it's in the air, and it gives you like a form of dementia, right? This is actually sucking the magic out of the air.
Mm-hmm.
He's an inherently magical creature, so just like he
Right.
was susceptible to the daughter, he's susceptible to this. So you know
Yeah.
that if you leave him here, he'll die.
Yeah.
I actually had a question about that, James. Roscoe, I'm definitely going to do my magic awareness feature in this room to basically do the detect magic.
Yeah.
You know, I think I know what generally it's going to feel like, but is this affecting me at all?
You feel a little different in here. It's kind of like, you ever been next to a waterfall and you can smell the ozone in the air? You know that being near moving water is supposed to have a calming effect, right? That's why. And you feel like a little giddy from that.
Okay.
Roscoe's also laughing.
40,
Unless
42.
Roscoe,
You
unless
both feel
Roscoe
that.
wants to speak up, Adam will be like, "Well, look, it looks to me like this," and he points to the reactor, "is going to kill him. So if you aren't a murderer, what we would do is drag him away from its effects. But that's
I'm looking at this
lot of
enormous
hard
dragon.
work
Like,
for us five who are trying to get to the caldera. So
Yeah,
I'm asking you, Nash, and you, Vorty, do we save this dragon who has agreed to go with our plan, even though he is miserable? Or do you think we should just leave him here to die? Because that's what
Could-
this reactor will do.
well, he wanted
I-
us to die.
Yes,
True.
could I make a comment here? You say, do you want a dragon who will go along with our plan? Our plan is to save humanity. I believe he just said he's going to kill all of our kind.
Yeah, exactly. He
True,
So
but
this
wants to
not
get
this.
rid
We
of
don't
our
have the same plan.
kind.
True, but Micah's plan is to stop the spread of the caldera. And Micah is, I don't remember. I think he's a little bigger than this one. Is he bigger than this one? He might be the same size. So Micah, once he's got a hold of our boy here, who is dying from this, so we could just walk away, like I'm saying, and we could just go and say, "Hey, Micah, do it without him. Can you do that?" Then we're good. But if Micah can't do it without him, then he dies here, and we're
So
still
he
screwed.
dug his own grave, and then that makes me a murderer.
It's not your fault,
know.
man. I'm just
Right.
telling you right now what Micah
How
said
are
he needed
we-
him.
How
Micah
are we gonna
asked him.
carry his ass out of here?
That
have
is a very good question.
I think we can make it happen. We'll get the motorcycles down here.
That was
we'll
more
tow
rhetorical.
them on the bikes.
Okay, well
But
then rhetorically,
I would like to
if
say
you could
something.
get him out of here, would you?
If I may, I like to take things one at a time. We have this caldera to figure out right now. We have a solution to that. I see vampires on an amusement park. I want to go deal with that.
I definitely
Once
wanna
we
deal with
have
that,
to
yeah.
deal with the dragons, we deal with the caldera. And then when we have to deal with the dragons, this guy's he's a big old book nerd. I mean, we'll figure that out. Once
Yeah.
he solves our problem, we'll take care of him. If we
Every
have
single
to.
one of
Literally
us
threatened
felt the
our-
power of Micah's horror. And Micah, who was pretty nice, do you disagree with that?
No,
I
I
think
don't.
Micah, who
agree.
was pretty nice, wanted to help even the little people, even though he's a white dragon. I don't know. James's color scheme's off. Don't worry about that. Micah would be like, look, you are now under my purview, and Micah could keep this guy under control. And even if he can't, I feel like we could take him.
Yeah, we smash him.
Yeah. So, but Micah's plan needs him. So if we're like, screw this guy, he's a jerk. I get it. But Micah needs him, and we like Micah. What do we do? I'm tossing it out to you because I'm telling you right now, he will die here in this room, and we can be like, Micah, find something else. We can do that. Because
the machine
not
function.
any one of us can drag this jerk out on our own. So you don't have to worry about anybody doing anything on their own. He looks over at Tess, and then he looks back at all of you. And he goes,
Tess, meanwhile,
"Nobody-"
has one of his claws like over her shoulders and is holding his talons and just screaming.
Adorable,
Going nowhere.
adorable.
Jesse.
Nobody can do this on their own. So, Vorty, what do you think we should do? Like, even though Micah the
Okay,
dragon,
even
that
if we
trust
wanted
can
to
do
save
this.
him, how are we dragging him out?
Okay. Plans.
The water wheel. There's extra parts to maintain it. There's chains and pulleys. We could make something to make it easier to pull the weight.
Even though at the first chance he's going to snuff us out. You saw he almost tried to do it. If it wasn't for that machine.
He did try and kill Vorty just now. Like, let's really focus on that too, by the way.
Roscoe
Like,
and Adamant too, if you want to get that.
It would have hit Vorty, it would have hit me, it would have hit Roscoe. So I'm just saying that's
So
like
we're
a
talking
huge
about
cone
saving a
of pain.
creature who's literally tried to just kill us and
So then
threatened to
before he
kill
wakes
all
up-
of us.
But there are
Already-
some. Sorry.
Bash?
Gordy, I have a feeling that he doesn't even know our names, and I don't want him to die until he knows the name Roscoe Stubbles.
So pride is your main.
Oh my
focus.
God,
Roscoe, come on.
Roscoe. No, but here is the thing. Like, yes, agreed. He almost tried to kill Vorty. Like, there's all kinds of notes and books and papers and things that other people, not me, read. Like, can Micah not do that?
Do you
Can
think we should
someone
just
who is
take
not
all of the notes and
inherently
bring them to
evil?
Micah? Yeah.
Here's the thing, even if all of this works, we're going to have the one guy who wants to ruin humanity be the guy who's running the machine to save it.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of there's words, there's books, there's papers, information out there. It's written down right on that desk.
So, okay, so you give me hope here. So what we're saying is we take all of the information, we're traveling, we're not going to the caldera anymore. Sorry. We're traveling to the mountain to Micah, where he is. But we got to take him all this information and be like, Micah, your dragons that cast lightning are both dead. We're very sorry, but there is a reactor that's self-sustaining down in Ongul. And then we get to Micah, we fly him back here, and then he saves us all. That's
Do
your
you
plan.
not remember the reason Micah insisted we find Lazuli to begin with?
Mm-mm.
He said that he doesn't know how to use these things. He doesn't have the knowledge that Lazuli has gained after a century or at least decades of hoarding in this mountain with all this knowledge.
What about Center?
But
She's
wait.
stupid.
No, I
Like
think
Micah.
she's smart. But like, I want to hear what you're saying. I really do. But like, what we take this dragon and we move him to a spot he's not going to die, then he immediately wakes back up and decides he is very hungry, wants a quick snack. I'm a big cutie. So bam, he eats all of us, and then we're just fighting the dragon. So he's
I don't
still
think it's
going
like flipping
to
a
die.
switch. I don't think
Literally,
he's going to
he-
wake up as soon as we move him.
I just want
Just
to point
attacked
out
me.
that you said you were a
Just
big cutie
attacked
to
us.
yourself. I just want to throw that out there. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Like I'm looking at
That has
Tess.
nothing
Like
to do with
he
food.
just attacked us. If it wasn't for that thing, we would be dead right now. And you are trying your hardest. I see you're struggling to save his life instead of worrying about our lives.
Because we need him.
Everybody roll
You
a
heard
history
what he
check
said.
for me.
No, no,
This one machine is not enough.
we don't though.
Don't. We've got the paperwork.
Don't.
We've got the paperwork, and we've got 2 dragons that are willing to listen to reason. I agree with Vorty right now.
We've
saying,
also got a city full of wizards that have spent decades poring over the same information and gotten nowhere.
and
Well,
if
great.
they
Now
work
we-
together with the dragons, then win-win.
Thank you. Leverage them, teach them, get them to work together.
And we
These
can
other
leave
dragons
this
don't know
bad
shit
dragon to
about this
die.
stuff. Micah said so himself.
But we have the notes, and we know where the notes are.
And
Wow.
so why
Wow.
can't we just read the
Wow.
notes and know how to make this machine?
Well, maybe
Well,
we can.
Maybe we
I've
can.
tried. I've looked over them.
Then apparently
That
you need
is
a
why
dragon's
We
intellect.
need more,
A dragon that's trying to
talented
save
people.
everyone's intellect.
but
even.
not a dragon who literally just try to kill
Yeah.
us.
Yeah,
Can
Yeah,
everybody roll a
because-
history check for me real fast?
sure.
Yeah, because even if he does, ugh, terrible. Even if he does wake up and maybe not right away,
11.
he decides he's hungry. But an hour from now, on the way to the caldera, he flies in. He's hungry.
He
We're
said that-
delaying the inevitable here.
I mean, he's not in a place to eat us right now. I think if he tried to attack us anytime soon, we could deal with that.
Exactly. So we are going to kill him anyway. What this? Well,
Maybe so. But he said destroying us, destroying humanity was his last priority. Great. Let him accomplish his other deeds first, and then we kill him.
What'd you get on your check there, Tess?
14.
Okay, so you remember reading over the engineering notes that you got from Yancey and
Mhm.
Absolution. And it occurs to you that those were Corinne's notes.
Mhm. Who was Echo's pupil.
And over there on that table next to Lazuli, a whole
Mhm.
sheaf of paperwork.
Lazuli's additions.
So we don't need
Lazuli-
Lazuli. We could just take
Lazuli's what?
additions to the notes. So we could take all of his notes and then just take it to Micah, who I think we all agree, even if we're all disagreeing on other things, is probably the best of the dragons we've met. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Because
We could
his
take all the
motives are
notes in.
pure.
And we can
Or-
let him know about this and the danger to himself, and we can move forward from there. Yeah? Is that a good plan?
I'm fine with that. Yes.
Yeah. Tess,
And we
you
leave
watched this
Lazuli to
dragon
die?
try to kill Vorty just now, and it would have
A
killed
dragon that tried to kill not just me, but all of us.
and Vorty and Roscoe. We were in that line of fire. Yeah.
You tried to snipe a blind man like that when we were at the weird cult temple, and all of a sudden you want to help this thing who's killing your friends?
Oh no, that was a good shot. though.
I didn't try to do that, if you remember.
You've thought
Changed
about
my
it.
mind.
We had a whole thing with the convincing, like, you talked about how we need to make sure the problem is out of the way before it becomes a bigger problem.
Well, I was a lot more paranoid back then, Nash. I've recently gotten a lot of clarity.
Well, I'm a little bit paranoid that my friends are going to get eaten.
So the plan would be we take these notes, we take what he's added to them to Echo and Micah and hope that it's enough, and we leave Lazuli to die.
Big
Yeah, I
question
don't
is,
like it.
we're going to travel to the Caldera, obviously. Is there anybody in the Caldera that we know that could get a message to Micah, or are we going to stop by
Echo
the
probably
Caldera?
could.
Who? Echo?
Maybe.
Okay, Headmaster.
We've
Echo?
seen him do powerful
Um,
illusion magic.
Maybe.
We can hope. We can hope. here.
I am
mean-
letting a creature die that tried to kill us. Yes, I have no. I have
If I-
no.
No,
guilt
no,
over
no,
it.
no. That's not the argument. The argument is when we get to the caldera, who can help us get to Micah? This is the question.
Maybe Echo. I don't know.
Listen, this is a lot for. I'm still trying to wrap my head around everything, but it's. I mean, didn't Micah say that he can't really do anything without Lazuli? So we're banking everything on some scientists being able to build something in 18 days that they haven't been able to do in like 50 years, and otherwise we lose the only safe space in the whole like continent. I mean, we
Which
could
is
just
why
we could
I
let him
really
sit.
suggest we get to Micah as fast as possible. Let him know about Lazuli's machine, and then see what Micah thinks.
But
I
he already
also-
said,
Micah's not smart enough, apparently, to do this.
yeah, he already said he couldn't do anything about this without Lazuli.
Even if he could, there's no way they can make another one of these machines in time to save Absolution.
I
If
don't
we
think
leave
so.
Lazuli to die, we leave Absolution to fall to ruin while we figure out our next step.
I agree.
Oh,
But
so
I
Even
will
if
make
we-
this very clear. Lazuli needs to face the consequences of his actions. I do not trust him. And what pity I might have had for him is all but gone. But I still think that we need him to accomplish our goals before we dispatch him.
He's been using us for a long time. Why can't we use him?
but I mean, he says he needs 10 of these machines. What
Does
makes
he?
you think that we're going to get them that quickly enough to save Absolution
Oh.
anyway?
That's no, he doesn't need 10 of the machines to save Absolution. He needs 10 to clear the continent. He,
We
with
need
his
lightning
abilities,
breath.
yes, that is what we need him for the Caldera. That is what saves Absolution.
Like way sooner than anything else.
Unless, James, I'm going to go over to Lazuli's notes and begin rifling through them and looking at these conduit towers and see if there might be any way to move them and discharge their reservoirs elsewhere.
They're actually powered by the reactor.
Which is
Uh,
powered by the electricity in the mountain.
You don't think there's a way to move the reactor, but you could probably move the coils if you had to. Seems like he's moved around a little bit himself, just trying to see where they're most effective in the room.
But they might lose their charge before.
yeah,
we get where we
how
need to
far
go.
could we move the coils, James?
Well, I mean, all the passageways in this mountain are dragon-sized.
Okay.
So, if you had the means to move it, I suppose you could.
So
But there's no guarantee that we could discharge what they have or that it would even be enough.
yeah. 'Cause the
My
very
vote is
charge
that we
was
let Lazuli live long enough to deal with the Caldera, that we explain to Micah what Lazuli has said his end goals are, and hopefully we can appeal to Micah in a way that will have him side with us against Lazuli. I think we can convince Micah.
I don't dislike the idea. The big problem is getting Lazuli captured, because we would once again now he would be our prisoner rather than our friend, to the caldera where we're hoping Micah is rather than his mountain, because then it becomes an impossibility before absolution is swallowed. And letting Micah know, one, Lazuli did not agree. He's a jerk. Two, you're going to have to work with him even though he is not a willing partner. And then like three, and you're going to have to get him to like try and, save the continent without being a willing participant. So that
Radio Ulrich, see if Micah is at the hearth, because it would solve a lot of problems if we could just discuss
That's
with
right.
him directly.
My face radio. Screw you, James. You can't do that anymore. Hey, Ulrich, how you doing? Ulrich.
Few moments go by, and on the other end, you hear, "I say, who is this?
Headmaster
Echo.
Echo, is that you?
Do I know you?
This is Adam Man, and that really hurts my feelings. Over.
Give me a moment." And the radio's quiet for a few seconds.
Echo's who we need. Tell him to stay on the radio.
I've got him. Don't worry about it.
Then it comes
He
back
might
on.
just
Oh,
hand it
yes,
off.
I remember you. Of course I remember you. You're one of my
All right.
students.
He looks to Tess. What do you want to tell him besides everything? I was going to tell him everything.
Well, first ask him if he could send a message instantaneously to a dragon he's never met.
Headmaster Echo, can you send an instantaneous message to a dragon you've never met?
Well, there is such a spell. I would have to prepare it. Why?
Excellent. So it would take you about 24 hours to do so.
Give or take.
That is faster than we could do it. Now, the big problem is we've got one dragon who's uncooperative, unconscious here. We've got another dragon that apparently is not anywhere near you because you seem very surprised about dragons, right?
Micah may be in his human form. Just ask him if he's met a Micah there.
Okay, we'll wait until he says something.
Where is here exactly?
Are you at the caldera?
Yes, I want to know where your here is.
We're at
We're at the
we're
university.
at Scala Lazuli, and also we're hoping that you've met a gentleman named Micah.
Did you say you were with a dead dragon?
No, not dead.
What is the current condition of Headmaster Lazuli?
Headmaster Lazuli is just as brilliant as he's always been, and unfortunately, it's caught up with him. Is Micah there?
You know, that wasn't very specific.
Is Micah there? Because he could help him.
I don't know anyone named Micah.
That's really what I needed to know. Thank you.
Hello?
What do you want me to say to him?
Just because he hasn't met Micah doesn't mean he's there.
Is there a scroll here? Do they have anything stashes that we can use?
I can show you
All right.
where I stole the scroll from.
Headmaster
They're over
Echo, we're trying to help Headmaster Lazuli. We need a scroll that's going to help him gain reconsciousness.
Or let us send a message?
Or let us send a message so that we can have someone come help him. Nice one. Nice one.
Yeah. I mean, why can't you do both? But
If you've got both, give me both, baby.
well, if Lazuli is if he's unconscious, then you could in his lair he keeps many things.
Tess is going over to the shelf that was just littered with scrolls that she stole from before and just pulling them off, looking for anything about messages or sending.
Okay, roll an
And then just-
investigation.
I do the same thing. I start searching too. And I look
You
at
wanna-
Tess like, we're in this together, girl.
Yeah.
Good. That's
One of
real
my
good
best
because
skills.
we definitely want to
No.
help him out. If you want me to roll a bluff check.
21.
Okay, so if you're looking specifically for a sending spell, you find 2 scrolls of sending. 40, you find a spell for or a spell scroll for move earth.
Okay.
Okay.
I give it to Tess. Like, I'm just like, here, I don't know what this is.
There are a lot of scrolls on the shelf, but many of them are just too convoluted for you to read. Like a lot of them, it's a language that you can't even comprehend.
What's
Wait,
Tess's investigation check, if you don't mind me asking?
it was 24.
Okay, that's a lot better. Okay, great. So
No, I'm sorry, 21. Sorry.
Okay,
Plus, she
well,
found what she was looking for.
we did as best as we could. Okay. But Micah can get here within in hours if he can fly. So honestly, this is really good. I don't know. Tess seems to have found more than just that scroll. We'll wait, everyone.
Let's go ahead and take another little water break.
Okay,
I
yeah.
need some water.
Let Tess really process what she's found.
And
Tess,
We'll be
How you
back in a
doing?
minute.
You look horrified, and I'm very
No,
scared.
I'm very excited.
Okay, good, good, good.
I'm just gonna move the reactor.
No, I don't think it. I don't think it can do that much. It's
Not
not
possible,
big
yeah.
enough.
BRB.
Okay.
But
And we're back.
From outer space.
How long did Adaman gather from that medicine check that Lazuli would last in this room?
You didn't.
Hey, Adaman.
Do I need to roll you another medicine check, DM? I'll do it.
I don't think you can tell.
Okay.
Even with a nat 20, it's
Okay, no,
you don't
that's
know how
fine.
long he's been in here.
That's fair. I'd be like, I don't know.
It's been affecting him for days. He's just not gotten to the point where he's passed out.
Okay.
Probably because he used his breath weapon, which is a magical effect. And it just sucked the last bit of energy out of him.
Cool.
Do you guys feel like tingly in here? Is it just me? I'm feeling a little bit, you know?
Morty would feel that too, as your two primary spellcasters.
Do we step out?
I think I don't think I should be in here for a long time.
Okay, come on, let's move into his office. So we have 2 scrolls that can send messages to Micah. Looking over the wording, it needs to be a succinct message. 25 words, if I'm gathering, but I'm not a spellcaster. There may be a way around that. I'm not sure.
I don't know. You can take a look at it.
Well, I think you'd have to be the one to cast it anyway. I don't have any magic.
What shall I say?
Well, and Tess thinks for a minute, jot some words down, thinks for a minute, jot some words down. Maybe this. I put my suggestion in the Roll20 chat for what the first sending spell should be. It's exactly 25 words. I'll read it for the viewers. Micah, your scholar friends here. Selena dead. Lazuli able to help, but wants to destroy humanity. Come to mountain north of Ongul. Will explain further.
Maybe we should mention Lazuli in trouble.
You could take out
Urgent.
the.
Just say urgent
That would get
somewhere.
him here. We can convey the rest once Micah is here.
Yeah, you can. If you take away the can, explain further, and just say Lazuli in trouble.
Just say, come to mountain north of Ongul, like urgently, now. Something, just swap one word.
Well, we can explain about Lazuli wanting to destroy humanity once Mike is here. Maybe we just say Selena's dead. Lazuli needs help. Come to mountain north of Ongul. Is there anything that we can do on the surface of the mountain that would garner his attention? Nash, you made those sparks fly earlier. Do you think you could do that to lead him to the door?
Sure. I mean, we can also just use mirrors. That's how people in the modern day get attention of airplanes. Yeah, we can. Yes, we can do that. We can use some shattered glass mirrors. We have plenty.
Will the mirrors be able to gather light if there's no light that can get through the slag?
We'll have to use fake light, but yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I don't know. We have the fireworks too, so we have options.
Let's do it.
Okay, so you're gonna send that message to Micah?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I would probably change at the last second was, again, to make it more urgent. So, like, come to the mountain north of Ongul now, explain further.
Okay. You cast the spell from Lazuli's office?
The outer portion, not the generator room.
Right. Yeah, we'll call this the lab. So Vorty, you concentrate, you cast a spell, you feel like it went off, like you're far enough away from the reactor. And a few moments go by. And then you hear Micah's voice in your head. Stay right where you are. I'll be there in 12 hours.
All right, I'll tell the team what I heard. 12 hours, he'll be here.
Lazuli could be dead by then.
Do we want to move him before then? We can always have, with Micah's help, kill him later.
Yes, we got the dragon on the way.
Yeah.
But then what? If we move him from the room, we still have to wait here for Micah. What happens if he wakes up before Micah gets here?
I mean, I don't think he's gonna wake up and just feel like on top of the world.
How do you know
Or
that?
we knock him unconscious again.
Bonking.
Just keep bonking him. Oh, he wakes up a little bit. Bonk.
Roscoe, do you still feel that sensation like in the doorway to the lab? Does it?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It's typically, you know, the more I move away, the less intense it gets.
Maybe we at least drag him up to the door, put some distance, hopefully buy more time.
We turn this thing off for a little bit or something? Just
He said
making a
it's
suggestion.
self-sustaining now. I
Mhm.
don't know if there's anything we can
Plus,
do.
if we do the wrong thing accidentally, oof.
Yeah, we don't want anything bad to happen because of halfling error.
Listen, this thing is dead.
Can we stop and talk about how halfling error is human error? We need to stop and talk about it.
That's whatever. If we had episode titles,
Halfling area, yeah. All
So
right,
we've
well,
got 12
I mean,
hours.
if you want to try to drag him, you can do a group strength check.
can we just ride our motorcycles down here? I think it'd be cool to ride them through school.
You'd have to get him down that hole.
Well, maybe we could drag them.
I mean, look at that thing. Look at those teeth. It is going to kill us. It already tried.
Yeah, I think we just move it to the doorway so he maybe is alive for a little longer, maybe enough for Micah.
I like that. Are you
Maybe
okay
we
with
let-
that?
Further up.
And then we let fate decide.
Move him out into his normal office
I like
rather
that,
than
actually.
the secret office.
Hmm?
What do you think?
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay, I'll try. I mean, I don't know. We might fail at that, you know. Here we go.
Hey, James,
Uh-huh.
what is the construction of these tunnels and chambers? Is it all worked stone, or are there patches of earth and dirt?
The ground is pretty clean, but it looks like it wasn't. It's not stonework. Roll a perception for me.
I know we're like in the middle of a mountain. Ooh, I'm good at perception, but that wasn't a great roll. 15.
It's more of a burrow hole.
Packed earth.
Yeah, rock.
Oh,
Yeah, the walls
Yeah.
are rock, and the floor is rock.
the scroll won't do anything against rock.
And if you had to guess, you'd say Lazuli burrowed it out.
All right. Yeah, I say we pull him just beyond the threshold of his lab and leave him and wait for
Okay.
Micah.
So
Close
what
to the
kind of
surface.
strength check do we get?
Oh, let's roll one, shall we?
Root strength check.
I don't-
Not save.
Roscoe's the only one in strength base, so.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
fuck my life.
Whoa, 40!
Yeah, 40.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow,
I rolled
Nash,
a natural 1.
you got a 1?
Ooh.
I got a 1.
You did not get a 1 with your halfling friend's luck.
Got it for luck!
Honorary
Roll again,
halfling.
girl.
Watch me roll another one. 5.
I don't want to, tell you what to do, but you also got an inspiration point for doing the recap. I don't know if you want to burn on that or not. Up to you.
That's as many things, but she needs not.
I will say that
No.
you guys all grab a piece of dragon, and you're trying to drag the dragon. You're dragging a dragon.
Okay.
Are there
Are
like
these-
chains around?
13 with the inspiration
Okay.
roll.
So you're able to move him. He starts to slide across the floor. If you had Roscoe, you like to pick up heavy stuff all the time. So I mean, you could probably guess that he weighs north of 2,000 pounds, probably. He's still much smaller than Selena was. He's smaller than Micah is. But he's still a big ass dragon, right? So, so with that group strength check, it'll take you like 15 minutes to get him over the doorway, and you're all sweating by the time you get there.
I swear, if this thing kills us,
then yeah, you can curse me out in the afterlife all you want. I say we raid his scrolls and we wait closer to the surface. Maybe stop by the kitchen.
I'm not leaving this dragon. I've got like some, I don't know. I just have my bow pretty much just like at his neck. I'm not leaving.
I'll
He
bring
is
you a
much as
snack.
breeze.
I'll bring you a snack from the kitchen. Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll even trade off with you. Yeah, not a big deal.
What do the rest of you want to do? It's been a long time since you slept.
Is Lazuli wearing clothes? Doesn't he wear like dragon-sized clothes?
Well, he had a like
Apron.
a leather apron on that has tools and things stuck in it, and he has a little pair of goggles on his head.
But that's it. Okay. I'm going to try to, as we're all finishing heaving and hoving, sleight of hand the letter that I wrote into his claw and just close his hand around it.
Okay, roll stealth.
Yeah, it's the same as sleight of hand. Oh, 28.
Nobody else knows.
Who are you stealthing against?
Our
guys.
passive perceptions.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That would beat all your passives. So, okay, you're able to do that. Nobody noticed.
And then I'm going to go ransack the scroll shelf.
Okay, roll one more investigation check for me.
Hey, Gorty, you want to help me? Find some
Help
cool
you.
magic.
sure. Let's do this. What do I need to
Right.
roll?
Investigation.
If you help her, she just gets advantage. Is all.
Okay.
Okay, so what'd you get, Morgan?
With advantage?
Yeah.
Okay, with advantage. 24. I would have 19.
Are you looking for anything in particular? Or are you just looking for cool shit?
Lightning. Anything that can create lightning. And then anything for invisibility. But otherwise, it's just whatever I can grab. It looks good.
Okay, so if you're looking for lightning, you find a spell scroll called Chain Lightning. At its, I believe that's a 6th level spell,
Oh, yeah.
if I recall. Whatever the lowest level that spell is, that's the one you found. And you also found a 5th level fireball.
Oh, I think I have 2 of those now.
How
Sweet.
how does Lazuli look? Is
He's
he
breathing.
starting to come to?
No.
Good.
So Nash doesn't have to sleep, but the rest of you, it's been quite a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could sleep. I could eat. I could sleep.
Okay.
Maybe once Adaman gets back with snacks, we scarf him down and then sleep in shifts.
All right, so Adaman goes up and looks through the kit. There's not a lot there.
12 hours.
Looks like they took most of the food with them, but you find enough to, you find some stale bread and some cheese and stuff like that.
Perfect.
Okay.
I do want to put like tie a rope around Lazuli's snout and blindfold him.
Okay.
Ooh.
I would help
I
you with
was
that.
I was thinking about that. That's great.
That's
And
great.
I'll tie his legs up like full on prisoner.
I think we were all thinking it. So when you start to do it, we were all like,
Yeah.
we were
Okay.
like,
Yes.
Chain
But
might
when
be
they
better
start
than
helping
rope.
me,
Yeah,
I
if
go
we could
back
get
to
a
just-
chain on his snout for the breath lightning, that would be great.
yeah, So they start doing it, and then I just go back to having my bow drawn between his eyes and just let them do it.
Okay, well, Adamant, when you come back, Lazuli is tied up. He's got a blindfold on, and it looks like Nash is about to execute him.
He's like, yeah, that's fair. You know, he did try and kill Vorty like right in front of our faces, like a
It's
jerk.
also worth thinking about how is this going to look to Micah?
Micah's gonna understand because Micah said, I don't think Lazuli would be the one person that would work with us. Micah's gonna be like, oh shit, did things go bad? And we're gonna be like, yeah, motherfucker tried to kill us. And he's gonna be like, yeah, that sounds like that dick Lazuli.
Yeah.
We can hope he's that
met him before
understanding.
us. Lazuli has
But even if he is not that understanding, I mean, one, that's a problem in itself because we're banking a lot on him understanding.
Yeah.
Two, we have one dragon who is tied up. So if we have to fight two dragons, which we would have to do anyway if Micah doesn't understand, one is at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
That point.
Hey, does anybody know what? Can someone remind me what's the status of that thing upstairs with the big swirly blades that's supposed to fly? Does that work?
We dismantled it to use pieces for the thing that got us underwater.
Right. Okay. Right. I remember that happening less than 24 hours ago.
It's okay. We took parts from a bunch of different
It's all right,
things.
Steven. I forgive you.
Okay. I was just wondering, I've been thinking about flying lately. Okay.
So everybody but Nash is going to take a long rest, I'm guessing.
Why wouldn't Nash take the long rest?
Nash is an elf.
Well,
I'm
Nash
not
only
gonna-
needs 4 hours, and we've got 12 to wait. So we could all sleep, and then she could take her 4 after us,
Perfect.
and
That's all
still
I'm
get
asking.
one.
As I'm falling asleep, I say, "Hey, Adam, man,
Hmm?
do you think we missed our opportunity to reach out and reach up? What if it's just too late for that?"
I'm definitely think that I've missed that opportunity. Or maybe if we'd gone to the vampires, that would have been like as we were like staking vampires, and then you like I collapsed through like some sort of floor, and I reached up, and you reached out, and you caught my hands. Amazing, right? But no vampires.
Do you guys
just
even remember
dragons
who's supposed to do what?
No, I'm supposed to reach up. He's supposed to reach out.
Okay, I'm just checking.
I never had a dream, so I don't have
But
a
I'm
dream.
telling you right now, we're doomed because, like, if it had nothing to do with the dragons or the vampires, I have no idea when I'm going to remember this.
Okay,
But
so
I think James, as Roscoe falls asleep, and maybe this is something that'll start happen. I mean, I'm just going to be Roscoe's going to try to think about like reaching out to always or whatever in his mind is like manifesting, summoning that voice back in his dream. Like
Okay.
he's trying to do that.
well, at night, 40, Adaman, Roscoe, and Nash, you all have a dream.
Together.
You're standing in a field. The grass is almost up to your waist. You can see stars above you in the sky. And you can see each other.
Hey, Vorty.
Nash, you're confused because you were standing in front of Lazuli with the bow pointed at his neck a minute ago. In front of you, 50 feet away, the reactor is there.
Oh,
It's glowing pink.
oh no.
You see silhouetted in front of it, small woman, robes, long hair.
I make my way towards her.
As you get closer, she turns to you.
Follow Vorty, of course.
Isn't it beautiful? I wish I had thought of the. It's just so much more efficient.
I'm sorry. Who
Who are you?
I'm always.
Oh, okay. You have a physical form. Well, then you look very nice.
Do you realize what this is?
It's a reactor.
It's a key.
It's a very big fucking lock.
Yes. One roughly the size of a the island continent.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Hmm.
So this
What are
is
you doing
bigger
here?
than the one that happened before.
Yeah,
Okay,
much bigger.
that's good news, I guess. Right, Board?
What are you doing here?
Who, me?
I live here.
Yeah, but what are you doing? What is this? What do you mean it's pretty?
You guys know her?
It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Nash. Like, listen,
Nash, this is
I'm sure I'm going to wake up and this is going to be super weird, but like, as long as you don't end up naked, I won't be embarrassed about it.
Yeah, last time she told me to continue on my path, which I've been trying to do.
You've done a great job. I'm really proud of you. I think your friends are proud of you too.
Yeah, you've been doing a great job, man. I hope that this isn't a dream so that I don't have to say this again.
I just thought
You
it'd be
are
good
my-
to get you all together and look at it.
Adam, and you are my dream. What are you talking?
No, you're my dream. Don't you try and trivialize me, sir.
What are you talking?
oh, always. Did we miss the? Did we miss the opportunity for what you told us?
Oh,
No,
look,
no, it's still
Roscoe's in the
coming.
dream. Hey, Roscoe.
No, it's still coming.
Okay, it just feels like things are really pretty crazy right
They're
now.
starting to come to a head. I know. I thought it'd be nice to get together and take a moment.
Wait,
to
are you
breathe.
guys really here?
Well, come on. Here, Roscoe, sit up on my shoulder. Yeah, you got to see what's going on, man.
I'm
You-
going crazy. You
Yes.
guys are
I'm
really
up.
here.
You're really here. Yes.
Nash, have you met Always? Always, this is Nash.
I go like out to like touch always to see if it's like it's real.
She has physical presence. Yeah. You can feel the fabric in her robes.
I do.
I usually do this in your sleep because I didn't want to freak anybody out. But no, you're physically here. This is
Wait, we can't. No.
bubble
We can't
universe,
hear-
perhaps you could call it.
We can't be here. We have to. There is a dragon back on our plane. We cannot be here.
We have serious shit going on.
I don't have time to look at your pretty things. I don't know who you are.
You'll only
I
be here
need
for a
out
minute.
of this plane. I need out of this dream. I don't know you. And I know there is something dangerous down there. I'm pointing to just the ground, but I don't.
Always, if you have something to say, you need to blurt it out.
I already have. It's good
Okay,
seeing
can
you
I go
again.
now?
She snaps her fingers.
Thank you, always.
Nash, you're right where you were. Your arrow is still taut. You almost let it go when you come back into work. But
So she finds the reactor pretty. That is great. Wait, what color is it now, right? Is there any color coming from the reactor?
yeah, it's like if you could take all the schools of magic and jam them together. You know, when you do detect magic, you can see the color of the school. You jammed all that together. That's the color. I've been calling it neon
But
pink, but
But in our dream, it was pink?
Hmm.
Or is it the same?
same.
Okay, so it's the same color. Okay.
Tess, that night, you have a dream. You're walking through a field, waist-high grass, and there are stars above you. As you walk, the reactor is there. Two people are standing in front of it. One you recognize as always. The other you've never seen before. It looks like they're arguing.
I move closer, but I don't say anything. I'm trying to listen to the argument.
The other person is, always is closer to your height, maybe even shorter than you. I'm not sure what Tessa's height is exactly. The other person is nearly 7 feet tall. He's got relatively shaggy brown hair. He's very muscular. And he is gesticulating, waving his hands around, always just standing there with their arms crossed. What the hell is this? Where am I right now? Listen, if you calm down, I tell you. This is like a bubble universe, sort of. Like another plane of existence. You're saying I'm here physically? Yes. What happened to the wagon I was driving? It's gonna crash, but the horses are okay.
Am I interrupting something?
Oh, hi, you're here.
And you're a person,
Well,
not
yeah,
just a voice.
of course I'm a person.
And you are.
What is this
Wait.
all about? I brought you here because I need you to meet somebody. Why? Because it's important, okay? Just calm down, Jesus. Tess, this is Mulligan. He's my brother.
Pleasure to. Wait. Mulligan, hold on. So that we're like physically here, right?
Yeah.
When I dig in my hip pouch and I pull out something palm-sized and kind of shiny. This has your name on it. I think it's for you. Yeah.
He reaches out with one gigantic. Now it's close. Now you're close enough. You can see that he's green. He reaches out with one really big hand, and he takes it from your palm. Where did you find this?
I didn't. Some wizard found it in the rubble in Absolution.
Is that little pencil neck Yancey?
Yeah, I think that was his name.
Isabel, why are we here right now? I want you to go with Tess. Why? Why me? Why her? Because you share a kinship. Mulligan looks over at you. Your eyes lock for a moment, and for a second there, it's almost like you're looking at yourself.
I'm not sure if he wants to go where I am. Things are a bit heavy.
Oh no, he'll be fine. He's done it before. She snaps her fingers, and you're sitting in a chair in the kitchen in the university.
Am I alone?
Mulligan, however,
What the fuck
comes
is
into
happening?
being about 8 feet in the air, and he slams to the ground.
What the fuck is happening?
What the fuck is happening?
I Hi. I'm Tessellay. Nice to meet you, I guess.
Yeah, so why was she showing us that thing from Absolution? That one looked a lot bigger. Why was she showing us that?
Well, that one wasn't an absolution.
I'm sorry. This ear sometimes it acts up. I couldn't hear what you were saying.
That one wasn't an absolution?
And that's where we'll cut it off tonight.
What the fuck are you doing, James Baxter? What are you doing? Why are you about to pit me against my
Adam,
own
you're
character
muted.
from a previous campaign? I can't hear you, Adaman.
I said, if our characters aren't dumb enough to ruin this, those characters are definitely dumb enough to ruin this.
Definitely dumb it up.
I literally cannot explain how I am feeling right now.
I am so furious, but happy, but furious.
Yes. Oh, what the fuck is happening?
Wow.
That was really good role playing tonight, guys.
It's a good session.
Crazy.
Getting better, huh?
I can't
Practice
wait
makes
for
perfect.
Violet to just show up and save the day at the end of this whole thing. Like,
Well, yeah, she's the only one that's like actually smart enough to do it.
Actually-
Bust through the wall.
we're all gonna fail everything, and then Violet's just gonna show up.
Bust through the wall like the Kool-Aid Man, and
Thank you, Violet.
yeah.
Wherever you are.
She's the best.
Yeah, that was amazing, James. Thank you.
Oh my god.
Gotta keep you on your toes, you know. Can't be too.
Yeah, I love this group. I mean, we have insane chemistry. We have trust in each other's character as players, as our characters. It's awesome, like the stuff we can do.
Mhm.
I like just sitting back and listening to you argue. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, you had a
characters
nice. Mm.
And
You got a
I
nice
think I've
connection.
mentioned it to you before, James, but the fact that the world building and the events that have unfolded allow for such contention amongst our party, like nothing's one dimensional. All of our characters are purely individuals, and the stories they've lived shape who they are today. And I love that we can be at odds at times over that. I think it's just a testament to the dynamic nature of everything. And I live for this shit. Y'all know.
Well, players, thank you for playing.
Yeah, thank you for
Yeah,
doing
thank you for
it.
doing
Yeah.
it.
Thank you.
Watchers, thank you for watching. Roll20, thank you for sponsoring us.
Yeah, we love you, Roll20. Thank you.
And we'll be back next week.
You really want to listen to Endless Midnight if you haven't already.
You'll get a lot
Yeah.
of background knowledge of these characters.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
I cannot wait.
Let's have a great week. We'll see you next Sunday.